the numbers off the track told a much louder one. 60 to 70,000 concurrent viewers watched McFarland's in-car camera stream on NASCAR's YouTube channel during the race, which is staggering for an ARCA Menard Series event. His Fox Sports post-race interview racked up 5.8 million views. Former driver Max Pappas tracked him down in the garage afterward and offered a verdict that stuck, quote, "He's just a badass race car driver that he fakes to be a YouTuber." Dale Earnhardt Jr. played a role in the Talladega weekend too, coaching McFarland around the oval before the race, walking him through every bump and showing him how to build a qualifying lap. McFarland also hauled his twin-turbo, 1,600 horsepower Dale truck to the backstretch, painted in Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s iconic number 3 livery, and handed the keys to Jr. Earnhardt Jr. hit 140 miles per hour in 660 feet, lifting early on his first pass before committing to a full run on his second attempt. That video alone pulled 2.1 million views within 2 weeks, the highest performing Talladega content on McFarland's entire channel. The weekend wasn't flawless though. A $5,000 fine and probation for the remainder of the 2025 season came down after McFarland forgot his hands device on the grid, marking his second safety equipment violation. That Talladega performance accelerated everything that followed. 9 months later, on March 4, 2026, Richard Childress Racing announced a 2-year deal for McFarland to pilot the number 33 Tommy's Express Chevrolet Camaro SS in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, covering 3 races per year across 2026 and 2027. Ty Dillon, Richard Childress's grandson and a Cup Series driver at Howlett Racing, turned out to be the bridge between McFarland's YouTube world and the RCR shop. Dillon stumbled onto McFarland's content roughly a year before the deal materialized, started a conversation about racing rules, and eventually brought the pitch all the way up to Childress himself. And this is where Talladega comes back into the picture. McFarland's planned 2026 O'Reilly schedule includes Rockingham, Talladega, and Daytona, but NASCAR explicitly told him the Talladega approval hinges entirely on Rockingham. McFarland confirmed as much on the Dale Jr. download, saying, quote, "NASCAR said I cannot run Talladega unless I go to Rockingham first and do well." Jeff Gluck of The Athletic reported after speaking with NASCAR officials, quote, "It's no guarantee that he's going to get approved for Talladega. There's a chance he could crash or not run well enough, and they can say, you know what, you're not ready for Talladega yet." Rockingham's North Carolina Education Lottery, 250, sits on the calendar for April 4th, 2026, just 6 days from now. McFarland and the RCR team already logged a 10-hour test at Rockingham in mid-March, burning through 5 sets of tires without putting a scratch on the car. His post afterward captured the shift in confidence. Quote, "Had the greatest day of racing in my entire life yesterday. Learned so much in 10 hours of driving. More than I could have imagined. RCR has an incredible team of people. Clear the Rockingham gate on April 4th and earn NASCAR's Talladega blessing, and the April 25th weekend becomes something close to unprecedented." McFarland sits on the entry list for the ARCA Menards Series race at Talladega with Retta Jones Racing, and could also field the Richard Childress Racing number 33 in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series event. 2 different series, 2 different cars, 2 different teams, same track, same weekend, all for a driver with fewer than 10 career National Series starts. None of that exists without the broken engine from April of 2025. That shattered valve spring forced McFarland to prove something no YouTube subscriber count could buy. 71 laps of white-knuckle drafting on 7 cylinders, 2 last-second wreck dodges in the closing 5 laps, and a top 10 finish that showed anyone paying attention the man could actually race. Not fast enough, the critics would argue. Not experienced enough, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Petty would add. Tough enough to survive Talladega when his own car was actively trying to quit on him, though, and that survival is what put him in an RCR machine 9 months later. Cleetus McFarland destroyed a valve spring at Talladega, and instead of parking the car, he destroyed every expectation attached to his name. A broken engine on lap 5 turned into a top 10 finish, which turned into 70,000 concurrent viewers on NASCAR's YouTube, which turned into a 2.1 million view video with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Dale truck, which turned into a phone call from Ty Dillon, which which turned into a 2-year deal with Richard Childress Racing. April 4th at Rockingham decides whether he races Talladega in an RCR car 3 weeks later. April 25th at Talladega could see him compete twice in one weekend across 2 series. One broken engine